right, welcome back. All right, you look on your fill in the blank notes there. It's the Ottomans, So that's where we are with the Ottomans. So look at number one. As the Mongol Empire fell, the Muslim Ottoman Empire founded by Osman Bey. O-S-M-A-N-B-E-Y. O-S-M-A-N-B-E-Y. Arose in Anatolia, which is the eastern part of Turkey. Now, when I bring all these empires in, you know, everyone seems to think history goes across just like this. It doesn't. One thing goes along, and then something else starts here, and it goes along, and then it's back here. It's at all different time periods. So I'm going back to the beginning of this era now. I'm going back to the beginning of the early modern. All right. The Ottoman, which are also called the Turks. Turks, you got to know that. AP, they'll say the Turks. You think, I don't know who the Turks are. Yes, you do. They're the Ottoman Empire, People. The Ottoman Empire were the ones who were able to conquer Constantinople. Constantinople. Constantine and then Opal. Now, remember what Constantinople was. It was the capital of the Byzantine Empire. Remember when the Roman Empire, right before it fell, it split into two parts. The Holy Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine were Orthodox Catholic. They had their own pope. The Holy Roman Empire had their pope. They called the Great Schism, the split. Everybody's excommunicating everybody else. Or hopefully you can remember all that stuff. All right. The Byzantine Empire holds until 1453. You know, theoretically, most of there's not an exact day the Roman Empire fell, but it was somewhere around 600 CE. You know, 600-ish CE, or circa 600 CE. And it was gone. Look, these guys hold on for almost 1,000 years. The Byzantine Empire holds on. And remember, they're the one that are keeping all the Greek knowledge, philosophy, all the Roman knowledge and architecture. That they have all this stuff. When the Muslims, the Ottomans are Muslim, when they finally defeat Constantinople, they gather all of that. That's all that's theirs. That's why, you know, I've said before, if you're ever in doubt on a question, who is the most educated, who are the most enlightened, always pick the Muslims every single time. They're the ones that have this. They were a big contribution to the Renaissance because they're the ones that had all the stuff. And Europe, Western Europe, the Holy Roman Empire is trading with these guys. And so that knowledge is also traded. All right. That's the beginning of the Ottoman Empire, when Osman Bey defeats Constantinople, finally defeats Constantinople. All right. The Ottomans I'm sorry, it wasn't Osman Bey that did that. Don't forget that. It was Suleiman. We'll get to that in a minute. The Ottomans made Constantinople their capital city. The Ottoman Empire, the capital of the Ottoman Empire is Constantinople. 25 minutes ago, it was capital of the Byzantine Empire. Now it's capital of the Ottoman Empire. They renamed it. That sounded kind of hick. They renamed it, or preacher. They renamed it Istanbul. I-S-T-A-N-B-U-L. Istanbul. And there is a song. If Miss Fishnick wants to do this, it's her choice. If you YouTube this, it's Constantinople, Istanbul. And it's a cool song. It goes along, talks about the Turks. So if y'all can talk her into that, that's her choice. She's running the show, but it's a cool song. Istanbul, not Constantinople. Yes, it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. So think about looking at that. All right. And converted the great cathedrals such as Hagia Sophia, H-A-G-I-A, H-A-G-I-A, Sophia, S-O-P-H-I-A, into mosques. So, you know, in the Byzantine Empire, they built this beautiful Christian cathedral, Catholic cathedral, the Hagia Sophia. Well, the Muslims come in and, man, this is cool. We're just going to call it a mosque from now on. And to this day, the Hagia Sophia is a mosque, even though it was built to be a Christian cathedral, a Christian church. Number 4, the Ottoman Empire basically took over most of the land that was the Byzantine, B-Y-Z-A-N-T-I-N-E, Byzantine. All right, everybody, look at your image. You got to know where the Ottoman Empire was. Flip over. Do that now. I'll walk over here. Looking at the Ottoman Empire, seeing what it looks like. All right. Number 5, in the very beginning, the Ottoman Empire allowed Christians and Jews to practice their religion. Making the empire more tolerant than usual. Can you think of a compare and contrast question here with the Mughals? Remember, Akbar said, yeah, let's all get along. Well, when the Ottoman Empire first started, he said, yeah, let's all get along. Doesn't work that way for long. Look at number 6. However, that soon changed. As the Ottoman Empire grew, so did its persecution. Ottomans enslaved children of their Christian subjects. Ottomans enslaved children of their Christian subjects and turned them into fighting warriors known as Janissaries. 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 And Miss Fishnick has a copy of the master copy. If you need something spelled, hit the pause button and she'll give that to you. The Janissaries, well, this is a crazy thing. The Muslim went to Christian families and grabbed mainly boys when they were 5, 6 years old, brought them into the Muslim culture against their will. But, when a child is kidnapped at a young age, 3, 4, 5, when they get to be 20, they don't remember anything about being 3, 4, and 5. They're 100% Muslim. And they were the elite warriors. The Janissaries were some bad motor scooters. They were 100% Muslim after the conversion, after years and years of brainwashing. They were Muslim. Right. One of the most influential leader was Suleiman, Suleiman. And he was called Suleiman the Magnificent. Not Suleiman the Average, Suleiman the Magnificent. He built up the Ottoman military, but also encouraged the development of the arts. And the Ottoman Empire experienced a golden age under his reign, which lasted from 1520 to 1566. Anytime you hear a golden age, that means things are good during that time. The golden age, things are good. At this time, the Holy Roman Empire had become weak due to what kind of Reformation? We've only had one Reformation, the Protestant Reformation. And the Ottomans attempted to move into Europe. Basically what used to be the Holy Roman Empire. They got the Byzantine Empire. Now they want to move into what was the Holy Roman Empire. They attacked Vienna, Austria, however, was not successful. But it scares the crud out of Europe. Europe's going along, global trade, everything is wonderful. All of a sudden, Muslims are attacking. So they have to put some of their forces in to dealing with the Muslims. The Ottomans were never able to expand any further into Europe. However, the Ottoman Empire lasted until 1922. Some of you might know some people who were born in 1922 or before that. It's basically after World War I. World War I was from 1914 to 1918. And the Ottomans hang on till 1922. Unbelievable. Making it one of the world's most significant empires. During this time, the Ottomans greatly expanded their influence of, what religion do you think Ottomans are expanding? Did you say Islam? If you did, you're right. Islam. And also kept Eastern Europe in a state of confusion with all of its invasions. This comes back to, I've stressed this point twice. This is going to be a factor here in a little bit. You know, Eastern Europe's got to worry about the Muslims coming in. This allowed powers of Western Europe. See, Byzantine is closer to Eastern Europe than it is to Western Europe. Geography plays a huge honking role in everything. All right. Once they started exploring oceans, they were able to avoid their eastern neighbors by land and trade directly with what two places, big places with Western Europe want to trade with? India, China. India and China. And if you notice, we talk about all the countries who are doing exploration. You know, we talk about the Dutch, talk about the Spanish, talk about the Portuguese, talk about the English, talk about the French, all Western Europe. And you think, well, why doesn't Eastern Europe do some stuff? Well, what's wrong with them? Well, they got to deal with the Muslims. They got to deal with the Ottoman Empire nipping at their heels and keeping them out of Eastern Europe. So Western Europe doesn't have that problem just due to geography. All right. Number 12. Before this, all trade between Europe and Asia was done by land. Before all the exploration, all trade happened by land. Silk Road. Well, now look, you know, hopefully you have this in your mind, what the map looks like. The Silk Road comes from China and then goes into Europe. Well, right here are the Muslims, right in the middle of it. So anything that comes across this way, they buy, jack the price up, and sell over here. Anything coming this way, they buy, jack the price up, and sell over there. So there are the middlemen. You know, that's why the Muslims are also the most prolific merchants. All right, before all the trade was by land, it had to go through Muslim-controlled areas. Told you. Basically, with the sea trade, you cut out the middleman, the Muslims. Europe learned how to go around the coast of Africa, come up to India, and then go over here and trade with China. They just cut out the Muslims. The Muslims will stand there with their bucket loads of stuff to sell, and there's no one to sell it to. And they go, hey, where are all the buyers? Oh, they just skipped you and went around that way. All right, what are we looking on time? We're good. All right, we're going to hold up here and go to part 4 in a minute, which is going to be the Russians.